Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday.
So you tried to copy my colors. Is that what it was?
I got on my Friday colors, babe. I got on my denim. You remember in corporate, you used to wear jeans on Friday.
That was so
Guess what, guys? You can wear jeans today.
great. It's no big deal. As if that's something.
It was an incentive, man. I remember thinking, "Ooh, we could wear jeans on Friday."
It never did it for me.
But we still had to be. You still had to have on a professional shirt, and you still had to have a professional shoes.
In the movie Office Space, and they had this boring meeting. And he goes, "Oh, and next Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day.
Yes,
so you can
feel free
wear a Hawaiian shirt if you want."
So today it's Friday. It is Friday, and for us, that just means it's Shout It Out Friday. We want to celebrate with you. We want to know what has gone amazingly right for you in business, or maybe in a business interaction you've had with another business that you'd like to share. We cannot wait to hear what you have to say. And we do have a topic as well, or we actually have
I have something I want to talk about.
We want to talk about, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to get it in. We are going to get it in, and we will be right back in a minute.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Like. How are we going to start the show and neither one of us is in the seat? But I am telling you, I don't know what it is. I woke up this morning like, yay, it's Friday. And normally I kind of almost forget that it's Friday, but it's been a very, very productive week. I'm excited to be finishing up those projects. You guys know I've been heads down, working on some projects that needed to be completed for October, and we've got them done. But on next week, I'm excited about one of the projects that we actually completed back in September. Brad Wilder is going to be with us. This time he'll be sharing the Warrior Princess for you and some of his future projects that we're going to be working on soon. I cannot wait to bring him back. He is such a motivational young man and so inspirational with the work that he's doing. And I just cannot wait to help to share what he is doing with all of you guys. It really, really, really is something that I'm looking forward to. So what are you up to this week? What did you accomplish? Is that your copy or mine?
It was on my bookshelf.
It was mine.
So it means anything on my bookshelf.
No.
It's mine.
Don't say that. No, this is mine.
Okay.
This is mine. This was Brandon's book. So this book is 25 years old. I bought it when he was born, 9/25/96. This was a major book, and I actually I didn't put the new date in there. I was supposed to put Little Brandon.
Are all the pages still in the book?
Yes, all the pages are still in the book.
You said like that made me think.
No, we read it every day. I didn't. So here's the way that I did with all of the green eggs and ham, because I bought them. Hey, Friday, Chef Rev, give me a call after the show. Talk about date night. It is date night. And give us a call.
Because we don't have date night.
Yeah, maybe it's something we could do together. Or I'll hit you up after the show. So with the Green Eggs and Ham's book, I bought them for each child that came into my home. They had their own copy. My thought was with Brandon's that I would give it to little Brandon.
His
son.
Your grandson.
That's right, my grandson. Now I have read it to little Brandon, but I didn't put his name in it like I intended to. I intended to put his name
96.
1996. Yes.
Wow.
This is a 26-year-old, 25-year-old copy.
When we look back at those Dr. Seuss books, they really were brilliant. They were brilliant. Not only were they rhyming, so that kids could have fun with it, but the messages, particularly in the book that we're holding right now, Green Eggs and Ham, the message is amazing.
Now, you know that we're talking about taking it out of some stuff, taking Green Eggs and Ham out of stuff, or that there was something non-politically correct.
They're always trying to take something out of something.
They.
Yes.
Who are they? Why can't we gather up all of they
Just like
and them?
They stopped keeping score in some of the games, which is nonsense. Participation trophies where everyone gets a trophy. And that's just not how real life works.
It's not, but I was an advocate of them.
You were? I can't believe you. Was a staunch proponent of that.
Well, I was an advocate.
Staunch. We would have been bumping heads.
I know. Not in the older, not
say you
not once the kids got past like 6 or 7, but those sports that they were playing from like 3 and 4 up until 5 and 6, I was like, everybody wins.
No. Heck no. That's not how the game is played. And especially in age 3, 4 when they're being formulated and all that stuff. And they're very, very impressionable.
I know.
So that'll sink in by age 4.
I get it
that'll
now.
Sink in. They think I'm supposed to get a trophy because I showed up. No,
yes.
You get a trophy when you excel.
I get it now. I'm telling you.
Oh my
I
God.
get it now.
Oh my God.
Hey, Miss Phyllis. Guten morning.
Back on this Dr.
Seuss. Yes, it is.
Guten Tag. Good night. Or
is
good
it?
Morning?
I thought it was good morning.
But anyway, those
Brent
Dr.
Stanley,
Seuss books.
come on and help me with my German. Go ahead. The Dr. Seuss books.
Yes.
Dr. Seuss books. Dr. Seuss books. Dr. Seuss books.
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss books. I'll slow it down.
I was starting to say, yes. I used to have a lot of them memorized.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
I don't have Green Eggs and Ham memorized. I probably have the first few pages. I am Sam. Sam I am. That's Sam I am. That's Sam I am. I don't like that Sam I am. Would you like some Green Eggs and Ham? No, Sam. I would not like Green Eggs and Ham. Well, really? And then
he didn't say really. But we actually had music to accompany ours. By the time Brandon was 5, he had created a beat to Green Eggs and Ham, so that by the time that Jade was born, we never read Green Eggs and Ham without
Brandon was your son.
Yes.
And Jade was a child
godson.
Your goddaughter.
Yeah.
Okay, because they don't know these people.
I know. It's okay.
So you act like...
A lot of them do, though.
A lot of them don't.
That's true.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. But I used to have that's the problem now with these young people. Winners and losers. That's the problem? Okay.
That's the problem. That's the problem. There's no winners and losers anymore. Hey, Carmelita, we look so fall and cozy. Is it the dark colors?
Carmelita. Is this Miss Monica? Wait a minute. This is the second time we've seen her this week.
Nice.
Says, great morning. Anytime I see you guys live, I like to show love. Thank you.
Well,
have a great day, my sister. You have a great day as well.
Absolutely.
I saw, as a matter of fact, it wasn't that long ago. I saw one of my Facebook memories where I went to what's that school I went to read to the kids?
I remember. We went to a lot of schools.
Yeah, we went to a lot of schools to read kids. But there was this one where I read Green Eggs and Ham to a kindergarten class. That was fun for me. But I have that book memorized.
Yes.
The Cat in the Hat.
The Cat in the Hat. I like that.
Mm-hmm. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house. We did nothing that day. I sat there with Sally. We sat there, we too. And I said, how I wish we had something to do. Too cold to go out and too wet to play ball. So we sat in the house. We did nothing at all.
Nothing.
So all we could do was sit. And we did not like it. Not one little bit. Bump. Then something went bump. How that bump, it made us jump. We looked and we saw him step in on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said, why do you just sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny.
Lots of good fun that is funny. Shout it out to Melissa. I do want to find out how Charlotte is doing and whether or not she actually had to get stitches, but I also know that if we're going to be Cat in the Hat, and if we're going to be Dr.
Green eggs and
Seuss,
ham.
if we're going to be
I
Green
might
Eggs
read
and
this
Ham,
today.
then we need to have Melissa in the house, because Melissa has to have her story time with Papa.
She missed already the Cat in the Hat.
I know.
I think memorizing the Cat in the Hat is just as important as the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, you do.
Or the I Have a Dream speech.
Oh,
yes, I do.
Okay.
I mean, 77 years
Really?
ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. What?
That whole thing.
What?
It starts out with a lie.
It does.
It starts out with a lie. So what that says it is everything I'm going to say is a lie. It actually does. I mean,
but I still like that I know it.
I'm glad that you like that you know it, but it's a lie. It starts out in a lie that they didn't even believe. Well, they believed it, but they believed a lie.
It wasn't for everybody. When they said all men are created equal, they didn't mean all men. Okay, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition. Lord. They weren't dedicated to the proposition. Okay, so you're right. It was all a lie.
Lies and mistruths. Good morning, Katori. That's right, Carmelita. She said, I saw Lisa's wheels turning when you started that recitation. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I do.
Excuse me?
Yeah, really.
Are we really going to? Thank you. We've got a lot of love on this blue today. Katora, Carmelita. All right, with the blue.
Let's see another one to recite. How about this one? Way down in the jungle deep, a badass lion stepped on the signified monkey's feet. How about that one?
Hilarious.
You really can't go much more further than that one.
No, not on PG.
Not.
Jesus. You got my head tingling.
Yep. Lisa's rocking her denim blue.
Yes.
And I'm rocking my blue sales coach shirt that my wife actually did for me right here at the house. She was able to imprint this on a shirt. How about that?
Absolutely.
This happened and it's such a dynamic time for us. We're going to talk about this time period forever. When the pandemic hit, how did you shift? What did you do? Because we had, it went in phases for us. We went from the immediate oh shoot phase to the pivoting phase, e-commerce and bling and t-shirts and masks and eyelashes and all that kind of stuff, selling it in a virtual space. And we occupied that space for a season. And then we were able to discover to get back to who we were truly and doing our own thing again. So I look at that as a really, really dynamic time, actually a really exciting time when I look at it.
Hey, Melissa, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, ho, ho, happy Friday. Friday. I am telling you. So for me, I actually kind of remember it a little bit differently.
Do you want sausage?
If you cooked it.
I did cook it.
But we're in the middle of a show.
We got two people here. One of us can carry it.
Yeah,
do you want to bun anything?
Yes. So so it was a little bit different for me because I kind of, although those things are true that he said, and that's what happened, but they kind of happened accidentally more than intentionally. I think I was less aware of the pandemic initially because I was already doing a lot of stuff online. I was already doing a lot of my support and services online. Although we did have some physical events, we were out in, we did have our office, we did have our event offices and such like that, but many of my clients were already online. So when I was hearing some of the things about this pandemic and all of these horrible things that were going on and how everything was dropping and how nobody was going outside and people were not buying and doing all these things. I happened to be sitting in my office, which was adjacent to my parking lot in my neighborhood, and I was seeing UPS cars and FedEx cars and Amazon cars moving in and out, in and out, and out. So I was like, well, somebody is buying. So who, that just means we're buying differently. DoorDash, all of that. And I had to think about it. So what are we going to get into? I am glad Melissa said Charlotte escaped the doctor without having to get stitches. Amen. So thank you for all the prayers. I told her what you said, Lisa. If she had to get stitches, she would have a badass story to tell for life. And she said she didn't need a story and she willed the stitches away. I did it. I'm not even mad with her. I am glad that she didn't have to have the stitches. I'm certainly glad that I hope that means that it wasn't as bad as we might have considered it to be. But again, today is Shout It Out Friday. So we want to hear about you, your accomplishments. That is definitely Charlotte's accomplishment. She willed her stitches away. Your thoughts about either your business or your positive thoughts about another business that you've been interacting with, that you want to shout them out and share them and what they do with us and our audience. So tell us about it. Tell us about you. I'm looking for some of our people to come on and just tell us, like, have you added something to your website? Have you added something to your menu? Are you preparing for fourth quarter? Are you getting ready for Black Friday? What are you doing to get ready for this season that we're entering into? So often we go right through the fall, the beginning of the fall, straight to Thanksgiving. I think they're already talking about Thanksgiving in a lot of, or showing Thanksgiving stuff in a lot of the stores. Halloween started in the middle of September. And hey, Dr. Beverly, Halloween started in the middle of September and then shoot right on over to Thanksgiving and then Christmas. So how are you preparing for the end of the year?
There was only 2 months, so you don't get one.
That's fine. That's fine. How are you preparing for the end of the year, babe?
Here.
Oh, thank you. I'm not going to eat this on camera for 2 reasons. It's hot, and I'm not going to be chewing on camera.
The sun did not shine. I'm going to do that again. Good morning, Melissa. You already read that?
Yes. So Charlotte did not have to get stitches.
Wow.
I'm glad. She said that she didn't need a story, so she willed the stitches away. I'm drinking coffee, y'all.
Because you need to learn how to sell. And one of the keys to being able to sell well is to drink coffee. If you don't drink coffee, you can't be a good salesperson.
Whatever. So, share with us your stories.
Okay.
Did you start a sentence in the middle of a bite? So, what is it that made the green eggs and ham and all the Dr. Seuss come out to you today that you wanted to really bring them forth? Was it because of some of the premises behind Dr. Seuss?
No. Lisa asked me that question this morning, and I think this is the book of it's the book of persistence. It's a book of not judging the process, because he didn't get upset at all when the guy that want to buy. He stayed in his game. He kept his attitude good the whole time, even though it didn't look like it would happen. But he kept his attitude right. Yeah, Keturah, I was really hungry. I got up at 6 this morning. Had a 7 a.m. appointment.
He's starving.
This morning.
Exactly. You didn't start drinking coffee until you were 50, Chef Brad?
Just think how much better of a salesperson you could have been in your life if you had started drinking coffee earlier.
I really don't drink coffee.
That's why you can't sell.
There's those are lies and untruths. There's probably more cream in this than there is anything else.
But we didn't add any.
I cannot believe that you're still eating.
You saw me take 1 bite.
Now you've taken 2. And we're in the middle of a conversation.
All right. Let's do this. You tell us what meaning you put to it. Shut the front door. Yeah, man. Coffee is for closers.
Coffee is for closers.
I am Sam. I'm not going to keep turning around.
I am Sam.
Sam, I am. This guy just sitting there. He ain't minding. He ain't worried about no Sam. He's reading the paper. Sam is disturbing him right now. I need to ask for Sam to come here. That Sam I am. That Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am.
Do you like green eggs and ham?
Do you like green eggs and ham? And he's offering it to him. He has them right there. I do not like them. Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Nah. How many entrepreneurs quit at the first time a client says, nah? Well, would you like them here or there? He's given him options. He said he didn't like them, but he didn't like them in the place that he was standing. What if you tried them over here or maybe even over there, giving him a chance to make a new decision? It's not the same decision anymore. Now it's new decisions.
I do not like them.
I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. And he's put his hand up on him and turned around and walked away.
We used to do this.
And my man Sam, he's chilling. It doesn't shake him at all. His attitude is fine. And the next page, he's like, very next page with a smile on his face. He was like, would you like them in a house? Or would you like them with a mouse? How about that?
Maybe it'll be better.
New decisions. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with the mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. The customer is raising their levels of emotion. Now, why would they do that? Why would they do that? The only customers that get heated like that are the ones that know they're about to buy and they have no other defense. Okay, and they're hoping by raising their temperature, by raising their voice, that the salesperson will stop trying because they are breaking down under the pressure. They can't handle it. There's no reason for them to get elevated unless they know they're powerless. So that's the last resort. Look, I said I ain't gonna buy because please don't ask me again because I can't say no anymore. That's what I interpret it as. That's what I know to be true. And that's the only people who do that. Okay, the ones who know deep down inside that they pushovers. That's the only people that do that. They know they're pushovers. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? How about that? Getting a chance to eat green eggs and ham with a fox? Not in the box, not with the fox, not in the house, not with a mouse. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. He's walking up and down a hill saying this stuff, raising his fist. Please don't ask me because I can't keep saying no. Would you? Could you? In a car. Eat them. Here they are. The opportunity is there. I would not. I could not in a car. This is my man Sam is persistent. And look at the joy on Sam's face. The joy on Sam's face as he's following him. He says, you may like them. You will see. You may like them in a tree. I would not, could not in a tree, not in the car. You let me be. I would not like them in a box. I would not like them with a fox. I would not like them in a house. I would not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere.
I do not like them anywhere.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. A train. Could you, would you on a train?
I could not, would not.
Not in a train, not in a box, not in a car, all that stuff. He went through the whole thing. I want to get to the ending for a particular reason. Not in the dark. He don't want them in the dark. Not in the rain. He don't want them in the rain. I don't want to eat them with a goat. I don't want to eat them in a boat. Not any of that stuff, okay? Here's the part I want to get to. The reason for the whole dissertation this morning. And then after all of this efforting, Sam says, you do not like them, so you say? Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say. How do I tell my clients to ask for business? Would you give our services a try? such a non-threatening way to ask for business. Would you give them a try? Would you try them?
I will try them.
Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them, and you will see. So everybody's watching. Everybody's on board.
Good morning, Felicia.
Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat. And I would eat them with a goat. Now, that's where I'm going to stop, because after all this efforting, the guy that Sam was trying to try the green eggs and ham, he likes them.
He likes them.
And he's happy that he tried it. Now,
I would eat them in a boat.
Now let's look at what's going on. Now, if Sam I am had stopped trying at any point before, if he had stopped trying at any point before, that guy would have never discovered that he likes green eggs and ham, and Sam I am wouldn't have got a commission. Okay. It benefited everybody by Sam persisting.
Yes, we got another vote for the blue. Felicia said, I love the blue. Well, thank you, Felicia. Surprise.
People love the blue.
I guess so. And you are loving that sausage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you are enjoying it.
You should not even eat yours.
I'm not going to eat mine until after the show. That's not something that is
even then
attractive to eat on the show. I can't be discreet with it. No, it's not discreet.
Okay. This is still Shout Out Friday. Did y'all get anything out of me reading Sam I Am? Or is that worth our time? I hope it was.
I love it. It makes me want to read it again. The way that we used to read it, because I really enjoyed it. Carmelita said, I may have been too literal as a kid. I couldn't get past the fact that the eggs were green. Damn it, I think I'm the same kind of adult. At least I'm gonna start at least trying. We actually made green eggs and ham with the kids too. Because of that reason. Yes, you could not get past the fact that the eggs were green.
Carmelita's like, they're green.
Who's
gonna eat green?
Nobody's eating your green eggs. Eggs are not supposed to be green. They're supposed to be yellow. How many times would we miss out on something new if we continue to stick with only what we knew?
Exactly. Our beliefs, green eggs are only supposed to be yellow. They can't be green.
They can't be green. Nope. But we did. We made green eggs. We made scrambled eggs, and we added the green food coloring before we cooked them. And we made green eggs and ham. And it tastes just like regular eggs and ham. But it was green. And yes, you did have to get past the green part.
I'm almost done, baby.
I can't wait for you to be done. Speaking of which, this week is almost done. And one of the things that we like to be mindful of is, as important as your work is, as much as we love your contribution to society, there needs to be some time for self-care and recreation.
We talked about it this morning. How do adults recreate? How do you really take care of yourself? How do you take some time off? If you're not clubbing or barring, how do you do it?
How do you do it? What kind of downtime do you allow for yourself so that you can sort of take off the hat of work? How about not just even, but especially when you love what you do? Sometimes I find it most difficult when I am working on the creative side of projects. Like last night, you were like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go to bed or it's time to put that aside. Mm-hmm. Stop. But I was working on a project that required me to be engaged creatively.
That's what it was. Because you went, I do these, I'm a sales coach, if you didn't know. And in 29 years of training people how to sell, I've learned that there's so much of selling. It just goes to all the different industries, the basic stuff. It'll work in selling insurance and real estate and coaching. It doesn't work all together. But there's stuff also that's peculiar and specific. So I decided I had this great idea. At least I thought it was a great idea. And I still believe it was a great idea to do industry-specific sales trainings. So I did a whole series of them in the afternoon. And I decided to do the whole series again, but this time in the evening at 7 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. So And Lisa, and they're going to be once a week for the next 5 weeks. And Lisa got a hold to that thing last night, and she started creating the graphics, the materials for it. And she went ahead and did this week, and then next week, and then the week after that, and the week after that. I'm like, baby, you going way ahead. Chill. It's getting late. It's getting late in the evening, at least late for us to stop working. So I said, baby, stop, relax, let's chill. But she was in mode. So.
And sometimes when you're in that place, you don't want to lose the muse, right? Because sometimes the muse takes conjuring. Hey, Dr. Deborah, good morning. Good morning. Sometimes the muse takes conjuring. You've got to get that muse in a position to do what you want her to do.
When you get it, you got to hold on to it.
And when you get her, you got to hold on to her. Absolutely. And so she was here. And so I was like, all right, what else are we going to do? Let me get this girl. Come on, let's go. And so as she was here, I was taking advantage of that, almost to the point that I was not mindful of the time. As a matter of fact, I really wasn't mindful. I was in the dark for about 2 hours.
Outside in the back.
Yeah.
To lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to flow. This opportunity comes once in our lifetime. So you had to use your muse.
Yes.
That was just me freestyle rapping right there, y'all.
That was M. Don't ever try to take M.
That was Eminem. Yes, it was.
That was M and M.
A motivational rap lyric from Eminem. Lose yourself in the music in the moment. Never let it go. Come on, lose yourself in the music in the moment. Lose yourself in what you're doing.
Eminem is 48.
Is he? Well, that makes sense.
I know, but like all of these people are grown-ups. I guess that means we're grown-ups too.
Yep. Shouts out to Dexter Scott. Today's his birthday. He turned 48 today.
Wow.
I had to, anybody younger than me, I say something like, he's 48. Happy birthday to you. I remember when I was still just a kid.
Good gracious. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Thank you for joining us again this morning. Felicia, Carmelita.
Yep. Shout out Friday still. How can you recreate? I did enjoy my tour through Green Eggs and Ham this morning with you guys. The persistence of it. Holy Spirit, come down on me right now. Just rereading it reminded me that of the value of not judging your process. There's value. I might do a live on that today. The value of not judging your process is just what it is. It's just what it is. It's not good or bad. It's just what it is. He said, I don't like them here, there, anywhere, not on the boat, not able to go, not on the train, not in the dark, anything.
Right.
But the guy, Sam, he just cashed it in. All that rejection, it didn't shake him. He sold with $1 million attitude.
Felicia says, I meditate with turning off the lights, closing my eyes, don't think about anything but peaceful thoughts, and listen to my favorite CD. It's so relaxing. CD? You have a CD player?
Do you prefer tapes or CDs?
CDs.
Want your CDs?
I knew it was coming out. I was giving you the window.
Lisa could tell I was going to say something like,
y'all can buy him for $1.
Why is D's Nuts funny?
Because men.
D's Nuts is always funny.
No, it's not funny.
Yes,
it was never funny.
D's Nuts is always funny.
Did you see the I think it was years ago, because it must have been a replay of dude who was on Judge Judy, and he said,
no, I didn't see that.
He said it.
He said D's Nuts?
Yeah.
That's always funny.
He just said D's. He said, this chick is always on D's. And then she said, D's what? And he said,
D's Nuts.
Not funny. That's
hilarious.
Not funny. Ever. That's right, Carmelita.
What?
Thank you.
What do you mean?
Except to men and boys.
Oh my gosh.
I was getting ready to say boys under the age of 13.
Myra Foster laughs at it every time.
Myra is the mother of 35 men.
She thinks it's talarious.
I would think she has.
Myra Foster, get on here. Get my back. Dr. Deborah's on the train heading to DC. For business. But I will purposely get in some recreation. She's on the train.
Recreation.
That's the way to do it. Lisa and I love traveling by train. We go to New York by train a couple of times. We've done that. Dr. Felicia's okay, guys. On my computers, LOL. All go online and stream my favorite songs.
Yes. Thank you for rescuing us, Felicia. Because he would have been CDs all day. CDs,
I got more.
CDs,
I got
he got
more.
1 million of them. 1 million of them.
That's funny. You know that's funny.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelita, say it again for the cheap seats.
How can you say that's never funny? How can you say that's never funny?
Funny to anyone except men.
To me, I think that casts more aspersions on the people who can't find that funny. That say more about them than anything else. Not the joke, because the joke is funny.
All right.
What's his name? Michael Collier, who's been in the game a long time. Fantastic comedian.
Like Michael Collier.
And Michael Collier has this thing. He goes, like he tells a joke if you don't get a big enough laugh. And he'll say, now look, that joke I told was funny. Okay. So if you didn't laugh, that means obviously that you just couldn't get it. Okay. So laugh anyway at my jokes. And when you get home, figure it out. Okay.
I cannot.
That was funny. Oh man, how can you not find that funny?
It was not.
And you kind of warped anyway. You didn't find anything in Pootie Tang funny.
Loathe Pootie Tang. No,
you can't loathe it. You can't loathe it.
That movie is
classic and fun. It's fun. The problem is when people try to make sense of these movies instead of just enjoy them.
Okay.
You ever watch
any
of the? There you go. You ever watch any of the Austin Powers movies?
That's this one.
Yeah. You ever watch any of those?
Yeah.
Because they even say so in the movie.
I don't.
At this point, you might be thinking, "Oh my God, how can this and this happen?" Don't worry about it. Just enjoy it. Don't try to make sense of it. Just enjoy the movie.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Do you analyze a joke or laugh at a joke?
Both.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yes. Instead of just enjoying the joke, you try to analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This dog walks into a bar. Why would a dog walk into a bar? Okay. See, you're not going to get it.
That's the whole problem with all of it. Is some of it just doesn't make enough sense for me to be funny, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't need to make that much sense, I suppose. It's supposed to be a joke.
This blind man and his seeing eye dog walk into a department store. And once they get into the department store, the blind man starts swinging the dog around like this on the leash. And the clerk comes over, sir, what are you doing? I'm just looking around.
That's horrible. That is horrible. Oh my goodness. See, I couldn't.
It's a horrible joke, yes, but it's just supposed to be funny. That's all. Imagine swinging the dog.
No.
Looking around.
No.
Where's my backup? Come on, you guys. I know that was funny.
They're not gonna back you up at all. I cannot.
Where y'all at though?
I cannot. So I did get finished the For Only series out there on Eventbrite, and I put all of them out there. I think that's the easy way to find them. Couture, that was not funny.
Couture said, "There you go. Thank you, my Couture.
That was not.
We here. Yes, it was. Stop being so literal. You and Carmelita. My laughter is funnier than
that is true, Carmelita. His laughter is funnier than a joke. Him being tickled by what's tickling him is funny.
And speaking of, we're gonna go get some more funny tonight. You know, Lisa and I, we like to go watch professionals perform, and I think I prefer the old head comedians. Tonight we got Mr. George Wilborn at the Comedy Club, so we gonna go. Okay, tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got our tickets down. We're going to go tonight, have a good time. Yeah, get our laugh on. Y'all know who George Wilborn is, right?
I don't think you know who George
I know exactly who George. I know all this stuff.
I don't think you know who he is. I don't think he's the older George Wilborn. I think he's the younger
I'm
Wilborn.
sure he's the older one.
Really? So they just used the old picture?
Yep.
That's a really old picture.
Yep, I know exactly who George Wilborn, the one that's on the radio now. I mean, you streaming live right now. I know exactly who's there tonight.
He's really?
Yep, that's him, baby. That's George Wilborn. Okay. He's been in the game a long time. He was on Def Jam back in the 90s.
Wow.
Come on, put it back.
I guess. But anyway, that's where we're going.
Yeah. He's our age. He's our age. He's not a kid. Yep. We're going to go to the show tonight. See George Wilborn. We saw, let me tell you this, you guys. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is an amazing business person right now. He did an interview on this podcast called All the Smoke with two former NBA players, Jackson and whatever. But Kevin Hart is just talking about his journey, about what he had to do and what he did to build his business to the place where it is right now. Yeah, please. So,
hey, Brother Ray, how you doing?
That's old. What's old, man? So anyway, but you got to watch Kevin Hart's All the Smoke podcast on YouTube. It's really, really motivational, inspirational about his journey, and he's just breaking it down, man. Just talking to him, you know, he's getting his whole story out.
I like Kevin Hart.
You're gonna want to watch that, maybe on YouTube. I'll send you the link.
The story too, and some of the things that he's had to overcome. I think it's pretty interesting. So it's about that time, and we're always grateful that you choose to spend some of your time with us, particularly throughout the week, but especially on Friday when we get to shout you out. We've got so many awesome entrepreneurs and business owners on here.
Did you take time to realize that Mr. Ray Wilkerson stepped in the room?
I'm saying, like, Brother Ray, for real, for real.
Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Mr. Ray Wilkerson stepped in the room. Good morning, sir.
That's right. Good morning, sir. Dr. Beverly says, shout it out to the Best Empowerment Duo family on this great Shout It Out Friday. Melissa says, I love Kevin Hart. I was his regular waitress for a while here in Charlotte. Met him many times. He loves his tequila, LOL. Super genuine and genuinely funny. Big fan of that man. That's awesome.
I didn't even know, Melissa, that you had ever been a server before. Didn't know it. Okay. I imagine you were awesome at it. I imagine so.
Absolutely.
Top five, all-time top five comedians. Top five comedians of all time. Where would you rank? Who do you list in your top five of all time? You know, and I thought about that.
Okay.
And I got my answer.
Of your top five comedians of all time.
Of all time.
Okay. So Richard Pryor, Red Fox.
Not Red Fox.
Bernie Mac. Not Red Fox?
You can do your list. Go ahead. You can put Bernie Mac on your list. Kevin Hart has Bernie Mac in his top five.
Yeah. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Bernie Mac, and Steve Harvey, and it would have to be now Dave Chappelle.
Wow.
He was not always in my top.
That's
five.
Pretty good list, though.
Okay.
I got Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock.
Definitely Eddie Murphy.
So who's got to get bumped out?
Who's got to get bumped out? Oh, I'm not wanting to. I don't want to bump none of them.
I got Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, and then
George Mooney.
I love Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney.
But he's not in my top five.
Okay.
It's going to be Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is up there, but
that's five for me.
I gotta move somebody for Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy has got to be in my top five.
Yep.
It's very, very difficult for me.
And it's not. To me, it's their impact, not just their jokes.
Yeah.
Their impact on society.
So that'll make it difficult because I would want to move Red Fox.
Okay, move him out.
But I don't really want to move him out. I don't want to. Melissa says that she moved here from Detroit because she worked in a restaurant as a server and got promoted to management and asked to relocate here to the corporate store. I've met so many celebrities in my time managing and also serving uptown. Kevin was by far one of my top favorites. Well, there you go.
Is he in your top five comedians of all time?
Who's Rudy Ray Moore? I know who Rudy Ray Moore is.
You know who Rudy Ray Moore is? Dolomite.
Dolomite, yes. I like
Way
him.
Down in the Jungle Deep.
Yes. Now, I like him but not as a comedian as so much for
You like
as
the
an
story.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, the
Yes,
story.
I like him because he was an amazing entrepreneur, not necessarily
And
because he was an
it's
amazing
interesting
comedian.
that you consider him an amazing entrepreneur.
Hell yeah.
And I like that you actually consider him that, because his journey wasn't smooth.
No,
He
and that's
messed up
why.
a lot. He messed up and he had calamities. And
Yeah.
his stuff wasn't good at first. It really wasn't good, baby.
I know.
But he still
But he
did
was
it.
Tenacious.
Tenacious.
And he was resilient.
What's the expression? Do it anyway, even if it's not good. No, there's an expression about that. I'd rather see a crooked furrow than a field unplowed. There's another imperfect action. That's what I'm saying. Imperfect action. He was feeling his way around most of the time and screwing it up.
So I have been invited to be a guest on a panel for a summit, for a women's summit, where they're inviting entrepreneurs and they're talking about financing and they're talking about businesses and they're talking about investments and they're talking about all of those things. And they sent me the list of questions and I was really transparent with them and say, none of these were any of my concern when I was endeavoring to be an entrepreneur. And it's quite possible that you might see my way as the wrong way or as not a path to follow. But I have to honestly believe that there are more people that are waiting on their entrepreneurial journeys because they're trying to get all of that stuff together that you all are saying to get together, and they're scaring themselves out of their destiny.
That's so good that you said that. Oh my gosh, Lisa and I are lockstep in that ministry. All these things that people say that you got to do before you go in business.
Your branding, your business plan, your investment strategy, your 5-year cash flow, all of those things. There's nothing wrong with them unless and until you allow them to dictate your first step.
This is how lockstep we are. We think before you do all those things, there's one thing that you must do.
Get a paying client.
I need to have at least know my sentence. Get a paying client. You need a paying client before you need a business plan. You need a paying client before you get your branded colors. You need a paying client before you get your fancy schmancy website with all the lights
and all of these things. We had
somebody to pay you
that made their office. They invested thousands and thousands in their office, and they didn't have a single client yet.
Oh my gosh. This was a.
If you're going to invest in anything, invest in learning how to do what you do. Invest in making sure that you know how to do it so that you're making people better versus worse. But those colors and those business plans and all of those other things, I'm telling you, you need to get your first client because that's proof of concept.
I had this client that was referred to me from someone else who
Amen, Brother Ray. Now you know Brother Ray is saying teach.
I'm going to break it down because Ray said that. This lady, she was a doctor, okay, and she had been a doctor for a while, and she came to this realization or the understanding that she believes that every one of her patients could have been healed by choosing different food. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. She said she could heal people through food instead of through medicine.
Nothing wrong with the concept.
So she wanted to launch a business about how to heal yourself through
food.
Launch
this business. No proof of concept.
Right.
No, she want to launch it, so she got to have the right zip code.
Wait, that's what she did. She was living in New York, so she wanted an office on Park Avenue. High rent, so that people understand that she means business. This is her thinking. I need an office in the right location. Okay, so people know that I'm serious about this. So she got her an office space there. And she got a beautiful office and she got a desk with some kind of daggone bone or mahogany something cover on it, okay, on her desk. Her desk was really fly looking, okay?
All of these investments before a single paying client.
And then she got really, really nice branding materials
and packages. Oh my goodness, those logos.
Yes,
you better have your logo, honey.
And she got a really nice website. Okay, and she had no clients, not even one, not even a prospect. Mm-hmm. Now, by the time I got to her, her friend says, "Look, you gotta talk to Brian." By the time I got to her, she had spent all this money already. She had gotten all these things, and then when I got to her, I was like, "So tell me what's going on with the business." She started telling me this story of what she's done. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, look, if we had got together 2 months ago, I would have told you don't buy any of those things. None until you get one paying client. Okay. Woo. That's what I call, that's like the most stark example I have in real life of completely bass backwards.
Well, when I shared that information, I responded back via email to the young lady who invited me to the summit, and I answered her questions authentically and transparently, because I told her, I want you to know this before you have me on, because I want you to make sure that I'm the right fit for your program. And she goes, oh my God, yes, this is what I really wanted. This is what I really wanted. I said, well,
but you're going to be contrary to the other speakers.
That's what I said. I said, it's not going to be what you already got, but that's okay. That's what I feel. I think there's room for everyone. There's nothing wrong with investment strategies. There's nothing wrong with saving for the future, but there's something to be said about earning before you save.
Working without a net. Okay. It'll motivate you differently.
It is. It's very different.
You don't have that safety net.
Drop the mic.
You get motivated differently.
Now, Felicia put her 5 top comedians up there, and I love them.
There was a couple of them we missed.
Yeah, we'll go back and get them. She says Richard Pryor, love him. Eddie Murphy, love him. Tommy Davidson, love him. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hart, love him. Cat Williams, love him. Love all of them. I love all of them. I don't know. I think
that's a strong list.
Yeah, I think that is a strong list, and I think the issues. I think all of it bears down to what are you weighing? What are you weighing as the characteristic?
Right. Tommy Davidson's a great story, because not only is he a stand-up comedian and an actor, but he went ahead and learned Spanish very, very well, and he could do comedy in Spanish now.
Yes. Tommy Davidson's story is amazing too.
The other way.
His story is amazing. Couture says Mark Cooper. Okay, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mm-hmm. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, some more. We didn't have any women called out. And Cedric the Entertainer. Yes, some more.
I've seen some more live a couple of times, and she's one time I told you about that already.
We all said Bernie Mac, Miss Phyllis. She said nobody said Bernie.
Ray Wilkerson said Red Fox, Mom's Mabley, and Richard Pryor.
Where's Richard?
Wilkerson. Yeah. When you bring out Mom's Mabley,
come on now.
You're telling your age, first off.
Absolutely. You telling your age. But I like Mom's Mabley. I do not like.
We had a Mom's Mabley album.
Yes, I like Mom's Mabley, but I do not like. There's a comedian that does Mom's Mabley.
Today?
Yeah.
We've seen her perform like 5 times.
And it doesn't land right.
We've seen her like 5 times because she's just there on different events. And they keep booking her, but we don't like.
Yeah, but it doesn't hit. Because there was more to Moms than this dry
Ray will also bring Dick Gregory in the game. Dick Gregory, for the sake of impact on society, it can be in a list.
Absolutely. Because both. Yes, because both, not just a comedian, but also
lots of people said Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac is in. When Kevin Hart gave his list, he said Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, and then
Chris Rock. I left him out, but
he's one of my all-time favorites. He's on my list. Okay,
yeah,
and then he also said Jerry Seinfeld. He put on his list.
Jerry Seinfeld,
and then he had difficult. He said my 5th one is going to be difficult, but I'm going between. He was going between Bernie Mac and Martin Lawrence. Okay, Chris Rock. And he said, I'm going to pick Bernie because Bernie could fool the audience. Talk about something really, really harsh, funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I'm taking care of these kids because my sister was a crackhead. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's harsh. Mm-hmm. But he made it sound innocent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at the time, practically everybody has some crackheads in their family. So I get it.
I did.
I think all of us did. Between the 80s and the 90s, we were all infiltrated by the epidemic.
I would want to put George Carlin on my list, but as a believer, I can't have anybody on my list, even though I think he's brilliant, but he's not a believer. So
George Carlin, so you think that he's not a believer? I know he professes it. I know that he states this atheist.
That's true, because I do believe everyone by the end of their days, they call out the name of God. But he made a joke one time. He's talking about, they got these people believing that there's a man in the sky who could do this and that for them. I don't worship God. I worship Joe Pesci because I can actually see Joe Pesci and he's around and he can get some stuff done. Really. That joke made me not like George Carlin, but I like George Carlin.
Okay. Miss Villa said the kings of comedy. All of the kings. Yes, all of the kings. I had to drop D.L. Hughley.
Really? I love D.L. Hughley.
No, I used
He's
to love him.
He's funny and fast.
Yeah, I used to love him, but some of his jokes just go over my head, or they're too political.
You talking about his radio show?
Yeah, and his stand-up. Just him, period. Melissa says she loves some Bernie Mac. He's in her top 5. Felicia, Chris Rock, and Bernie Mac also. Absolutely. We didn't do songs.
We was about to do songs when we get down to
got into comedy.
Let's
we got into comedy because we are going to comedy tonight. And I'm excited about it. I know what you're talking about. I figured you'd get it. Yep. So, and we going to see George tonight, and we are gonna.
Chef Rev's up first.
Have some company. What's up, Chef Rev?
Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts a good food in May.
Not. We're going to do that. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Good morning, Carmelita. Slinging t-shirts with Sunday top.
Never ever will she fail to greet ya.
Carmelita.
Monica. You keep coming, Monica. We're going to get a jam for
That's right. I almost gave you the other Monicas, but we don't do that. We don't give the same song to 2 different people. I almost did Moni in the middle.
Back to life. Back to Katora Green.
However do you want it? However
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Scroll, baby.
Good morning, Melissa.
Boom, Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price.
Melissa said, get them songs out of Warp Street. Dr. Beverly's here.
Dr. Beverly is on the show.
Good morning, Felicia. We love you.
You're the one for me. Scroll, baby, scroll.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Brother Ray Wilkerson, we want to get a jam for you, man. Come on regularly, we'll get you a jam.
I think I got everybody. And just in the nick of time. Yes, Dr. Deborah's favorite comedians. Her top 5 is Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, and Jerry Seinfeld. Those are a strong 5. Okay. We hope that you guys take some time to read.
We had one for Ray. Remind us what it was, Ray.
We did have one for Ray.
I don't remember it right now, but we need a refresher. But we got to go.
It's time to go. We love you. Don't forget to
have a good weekend.